Hi, Reading Adam here, back with you. I've got another book that I read last year, or was it earlier this year? I don't know how well you can see that. It's Sidetracked Home Executives by Pam Young and Peggy Jones. And this is a book that was borrowed from mother-in-law. And this is, now I have a lot to say about, again, another picture of it. Pretty slim volume, easy to read, big letters and just easy peasy, especially because the back part of the book is just lots of tables of examples of a specific system of organization for house cleaning they have set up. So, oops, cat's out of the bag. The book is about house cleaning, keeping your place tidy and orderly, and that's something that I needed badly, very badly, and I don't know. It's funny that there's a book that exists that basically will explain that, how to do it to you. So I have a lot of things to say about self-improvement books in general, the difference between specific and generalized self-help or self-improvement books. But I find that specific books are the best. They are superior if you can find a specific self-help book and you think it applies to you, such as I want to keep my place looking spick and span. Go for it. Go for it. This is an older book. I think this is the 70s, let's see. Copyright, I believe, is first copyright's 1977. That goes all the way up to 2001. So multiple editions. It's just as applicable today as it was when it came out. I just quickly wanted to read for you. Establish these habits. Now, they discuss it takes 21 days of doing it, something every single day to establish a habit. And these are the habits to establish. Now, these are, it's clear that this book is primarily for women, but I think men can get just as much out of this. So habit number 1, put things where they belong when you are through with them. Again, put things where they belong when you are through with them. Habit number 2, set the standard for orderliness yourself. Again, set the standard for orderliness yourself. Number 3, never leave the room before closing closets, cupboard doors, and drawers. Okay? Don't leave the room before closing closets, cupboard doors, and drawers. Number 4, pick it up. Don't pass it up. Then put it away. Okay? Pick it up. Don't pass it up. Then put it away. Next one. When you fix anything to eat, put away everything you used before you sit down to eat. Doesn't mean clean up. Again, this doesn't mean you clean up immediately. But when you fix anything, you put everything you used away. Put it away before you sit down to eat. This one is clearly for women, but I mean, men can find a way to make this applicable to themselves. Dress, hair, and makeup before anything. So they believe big in the very first thing you do every day. The absolute first thing you do is you make your bed instantly. Even if your partner, let's say your spouse, partner, whoever, if there's somebody else in the bed with you, don't worry about them. Just make your side of the bed then. Otherwise, make your full bed very first thing you do. And then the very next thing they do is they get ready for the day. Even if they're going to be home all day, they get ready for the day as if they were going to work. So for men, you can dress, do your hair, shave, whatever, anything minus makeup before you do anything. Okay, again, never leave the house before you've done all the everyday duties in the card file. So the card file is something that they have set up in this book. It's their system. I haven't used the system. I've used most of the daily habits, the daily things to be cleaned up, like kitchen, bathroom, do laundry, stuff like that. But that's another habit they've established here. Check next day's cards the night before. And then finally, finish what you start. Now I find all of these to be very important, but finish what you start is, like when you look around you, how many things have you started that are still in the process that you've not finished? And you just like Oh, I started on that months ago and it's still there. So it's very interesting habits. Again, get the book, um, take the habits, write them down, stick them on your bathroom mirror so that you remember all of these things. And I guarantee you, if you do those habits, your place is going to be very, very clean. Far cleaner than it was before you did this stuff, unless your parents absolutely drilled it into you to do all of these things to keep your place, your room, your house orderly and tidy as well. Now, they've got a lot of things to do. Like, there's certain things that you do daily, things you do weekly, things you do monthly, something you do yearly, or every other year or twice a year. So some examples, like polish shoes, it would be a weekly thing. Wash cars, they have it listed as a weekly thing. I have that listed as a never thing. Clean purse weekly. Now that's kind of, for women, when have you ever seen a purse clean out? Anyway, clean your purse weekly. Mow lawn weekly, garden weekly, write letters weekly, balance checkbook daily, do your bookkeeping, income tax monthly, pay bills weekly, clean fingerprints on light switches weekly, right? That seems like not a big deal, but imagine how much bacteria and stuff accumulates on those items. I like these: family council once a week, dinner out with your spouse, or just a dinner out for yourself once a month, and a breakfast out once a month as well. Candlelight dinner weekly. So some of these things are seriously, it's nice to know, because you don't have to think like, oh, what do I got to take care of? You already know what you need to take care of. So a few other quick things. This won't be a very long video, but some other quick things that are very good that I pulled from this book that I really enjoyed. They talk about self-discipline and how we make a lot of excuses for why we can't do these things, and they always assume that they were sidetracked because they didn't have self-discipline. But one thing they point out in this book is you do have self-discipline. Think of all the things that you have done think of all the things that come easy to you. What are things that you can do quite well, quite handily, that don't seem to take a lot of self-discipline? Everybody has certain things that they can do. For me, it doesn't take a lot of discipline for me to read. Doesn't take a lot of discipline for me to shower and keep clean daily, because I hate the feeling of not being that way. Doesn't take much self-discipline for me to have a glass of water first thing every morning, because I've been doing it for years. Whereas for somebody else, like maybe they don't drink enough water, or they want to change certain habits, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. You have to develop that habit. But you already have habits in place, things that come very easily to you. And if you think about it, if you take some time, set aside some time and think, meditate on what are things you are already very self-disciplined at. And then you'll realize there's many other things that you can create new habits out of to expand your self-discipline across the spectrum. So a lot of things I could expand on and continue to talk about here, but I'm going to stop here. This is just a short, quick video I wanted to pump out. And again, the book is called Sidetracked Home Executives. I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link down in the link below in the description box. Like my video, share my video, leave a comment. Again, this is Reading Adam signing off. Thank you.